Hello again everyone and welcome to the 1878 bar with Toffee Stick Together. Now I'm not going to do any predictions for the last 3 games of the season. I'm not very good at it anyway, so look, Everton are heading to Selhurst Park on Sunday. Knowing that a positive result against Crystal Palace could provide an important marker for the season. The steady progress has been made with David Moyes back in his second stint in management of this. Now, we haven't been convincing in the recent weeks, but there is definitely signs of resilience and structure on the side. A side that was in trouble for 3 seasons in a row. And now we arrive in South London in a relatively comfortable position in the middle of the table. And we have proved to be awkward opponents on the road. So hopefully that can continue. Recent games, unfortunately, leaking goals right to death, which we hadn't been doing. It is a little bit worrying, but the side has been fairly consistent, and I think they should be able to get back to where they were a couple of weeks ago. That said, 3 games, very, very important. We need a lot of points from those games if we are serious about trying to be in some sort of European competition next season. Now, like I say, if it doesn't happen, well, fair enough, because it's still a marked improvement on where we were. And he'll have the summer and hopefully substantial funds to do a little bit of rebuilding. There's still a little bit of deadwood there that could be shifted on if anyone wants to take him, of course. And but we are definitely deficient in the striker front. I know we've said that, but I mean, you have 2 strikers, both of them are still in single figures. It's not good enough. You at least want a 15, 16, 17 goal a year striker on the books, bare minimum. Luckily, we've had a few lads chip in as well. Dewsbury Hall is up there as well, with the fact that he's provided assists and a good few goals as well. So look, the inconsistency of late has unfortunately made it a little bit more difficult to get into Europe. But that said, I reckon we can take 6, maybe 7 points out of the last 3 games. So it'll sort of depend on what's happening around us, whether we actually get a spot or not. And there could be extra places going by the way some of the English clubs have performed in European competitions this season. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, like I said, no predictions this time around. But our defence, pretty solid. As I say, unfortunately, the last 3 games, late goals conceded. But it had been up until that time. Hopefully they can get back to where they were. And Jordan Pickford, still one of the league's most reliable goalkeepers. Tarkowski, I know he has his haters, I suppose, but he's been solid in the centre of defence. Look, the back line can't really complain. They've been, relatively solid. Going forward, well, Iliman and Dye, what can you say? Turns up everywhere. Last day out, couple of decisions where he had to go himself. Might have been better off crossing the ball to somebody in a better position. We'll give him that. Dewsbury Hall, always a threat, like I say, chipping in with goals and assists. what a sign he is. So listen, we might lack a bit of ruthlessness in front of goal, but set pieces and counter attacks, we are good and we are a threat. So hopefully we can do a double on him. We came back from 1-0 down, didn't we? The Hill Dickinson beat him 2-1. So look, there's every chance that we can get something out of this game. Now, ideally, 3 points is what's needed, but an improved defensive structure just to make sure that we don't actually start letting in goals in injury time every game. That's what we want to see. Hopefully, whichever striker he plays, he might have a little bit of a quandary about that one. We will get a couple of goals, put to bed early. Unfortunately, Sar and Mateta, is it Mateta? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Those 2 lads are dangerous. But they haven't been starting consistently either, so Glasner is obviously a little bit still tinkering around with the squad. He's not too sure what his best starting 11 is. Every game he seems to start with different formations and different players. But look, it's up to guys on the pitch to do their job and bring home the 3 points, hopefully. So, with that said, it's come on, you Blues. And remember, toffees stick together. Be safe. Enjoy the day out.